Hey friends, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be an interesting video because it's going to be my last for a bit, but I'll explain later on in the video. I also have a strange breakfast. It's a combination of random things, but not so random because it's very like on brand for me. But basically, I don't think I need to explain this to the people that are, you know, loyal to the channel. I have some tofu egg salad on top of a bagel here. The tofu egg salad is a little funky this week because I ran out of black salt, and I've noticed that if this recipe doesn't have black salt, it just doesn't hit as well as it does with like regular salt. And on top of that, I also ran out of regular salt, which is like something that doesn't happen at like maybe once every 5 years or something. So I am completely clean of salt in the house. I need to get more. So it's a little off. I tried to compensate by adding a little bit more like pickling type ingredients, which I have the recipe for this linked in the description. So hopefully it's okay. But not only is it weird that it's missing like the star ingredient, but the bagel that I have this on is a blueberry bagel. I know, it's strange, but those are the only bagels that I have with me, and I had half of this bagel for dinner last night, so I wanted to use up the other half. So it is what it is. I've never had this combination before, so let's try it out. Typically, I'm a huge fan of the salty sweet situation, and there's a lot of salty sweet going on here. Obviously, the tofu egg salad is quite salty, or theoretically salty, and the bagel is quite sweet. It has that really nice natural blueberry flavor, but something about it is clashing. I'm pretty sure it's the pickling ingredients that are just not vibing well with blueberry. Big surprise, but it's not too bad. I don't know if I would recommend this to anyone, but it's a realistic what I eat in a day, and that's what I'm having. Just want to use up both of these things, and that's that. That's breakfast. I like tofu egg salad. I like bagels, so I'm going to be okay with this breakfast. I'm back to having my coffee. I think last week I didn't have coffee for the entire week, and it was an interesting time. I realized I don't necessarily rely on coffee. Coffee doesn't like keep me going, if you know what I mean. A lot of people rely on it for energy, but it doesn't do much for me. I just have it for taste, and I'm back on it. I have a hazelnut latte in here. I just went with my Yeti mug just because I was feeling it, but I used the torani hazelnut syrup, and I added it to my milk instead of the coffee itself. I don't know why. Just for some reason in my head it makes sense to have like a hazelnut flavored milk as opposed to just putting the syrup at the bottom. And yeah, just poured my espresso and milk together, and that's it. So lunch is pretty exciting because I don't usually get to make all of this all in one spot. I usually have stuff meal prepped ahead of time, but as you can see, we have 2 sheet pans here, and I just did some like really quick sheet pan kind of meal thing. you know what I mean. Basically a sheet pan meal so that I can make this very easy. I'll turn around the camera in a second to explain what's going on, but I also have some stuff in here. Okay friends, so as you saw, I made a lot of food on those sheet pans and in the pot. I'm basically meal prepping for the remainder of this week, so it ends up being super worth it because now all I have to do for the rest of the week is just pull out a serving each day and just microwave it. Love sheet pan recipes, they're amazing, but I didn't explain what was on the sheet pan. So essentially on one sheet pan was a bunch of veggies, so it was bell peppers and broccoli that I just seasoned up and tossed it into the oven and roasted it. And at the same time that I roasted those vegetables, I did some Beyond meatballs. So I have just 3 of them here, and I didn't do much with them. They're just like, I don't know if they're pre-seasoned or they look pre-seasoned. I usually don't do anything with them, but just pop them in the oven and cook them as well. That's Logan. It is really dark. Anyway, I don't know why it's dark. It's actually sunny today, but what I made on the stovetop was basically just some chickpea pasta. I'm trying a new pasta out because I'm going to a new grocery store and they don't have the Banza pasta. So if I end up liking this, it might be my new thing, just because I don't want to go to another grocery store just to get the Banza pasta. But I believe it's a brand called Chickapea. Anyway, it's chickpea based, and I got these elbows, so I just put a serving of that here, and then I tossed it with some pre-made pesto sauce. So I feel like we've got like a bit of everything here. Let's give it a try. I definitely want to try these vegetables first because I seasoned them up using like this seasoning that I got from Trader Joe's. It's called Everything But the Leftovers for Thanksgiving, and it's basically like Thanksgiving seasonings, all those traditional seasonings and stuff. And I really, really like how it flavors things. So the veggies still have a bit of a crunch. I feel like I could have left them in there for a little bit longer, but still really good. Let's try out this pasta, because like I said, I've never had it before. You know what? I really can't taste the difference between it and regular pasta. This is pretty impressive. Okay, now a Beyond Meatball. That always has like the same flavor. You can never go wrong. I personally prefer Impossible, but it's still pretty good. It was also on sale, that's why I got it. But altogether, this tastes really, really good. It has a lot of flavor. Each component has its own flavorings, but they do go really well together. So nice, well-rounded dish, and it's gonna be perfect for the remainder of the week. All right, friends, hello. I'm coming on a little bit early now that there's still some sunlight to tell you about dinner. I am going to try and make something really, really simple. Again, just using things that I have sitting around in the kitchen. I feel like I do that often. But basically, I revolved this dish around a container of frozen rice because I have so much of it, if you couldn't tell. I just need to get through it. So there you go, that's the first ingredient. It's rice. It's going to be a rice bowl, and so what I got to go with it is some super firm tofu. This is just like really, really easy to prep if you're in a rush, instead of getting like a different texture tofu and then having to press it or anything like that. Although I don't think pressing tofu is absolutely necessary depending on the recipe. But yeah, this is just quick and easy, super firm tofu. I'm going to cut this up into cubes and then bake it in the oven and get it nice and crispy on the outside. And then I'm going to toss it in some barbecue sauce. I got this new barbecue sauce. I'm gonna give it a try. It's from Primal Kitchen. It's golden barbecue sauce, organic and unsweetened. I've had sauces from this brand before, but never their barbecue sauce. And it looks pretty good. It looks interesting. So we're gonna give this a go. Again, tossing the baked crispy tofu in that. And then I have a bunch of greens. This is a crunchy frisee and nutritious microgreens salad mix. I just found it at the new grocery store that I am now visiting or going to, and I think that will be some nice greens, like salad greens, to put on the side of the barbecue tofu and rice. And that's pretty much it. Very simple, like I said, but I think it's going to be pretty yummy. And I'm now noticing that the light looks funky, so I hope that I have some B-roll playing in front of me so that you don't see that weird lighting. But anyway, I did want to explain before I end off this video what I was talking about at the top of the video when I said that I won't be posting here for some time. But the lighting is like super distracting. Hold on. I don't even know if this is better because like it's light over here, but the light just is so distracting. But then over here, it's like extremely dark. I don't know, sorry, but basically I am not gonna be posting here for some time because first of all, it's the holidays, so I am hoping that I can get as much of a break as possible during this time of year. So that's one reason why I won't be posting next week, which is basically like my holiday break I'm giving myself. And two, I have come to realize now, coming into the end of the year, just how overwhelmed I am with all of the different platforms that I'm posting on. And I just want to do a bit of reevaluation during my holiday break and see where I can be posting a bit more efficiently and not burning myself out. I've always had a problem with this. I've always tried to do too much. I try to post any and everywhere, and I've had multiple platforms going on at the same time, and it's just not sustainable. It drives me into like serious burnout. So that's why I won't be posting here as well for some time. Maybe it'll be a few weeks, maybe it'll be a few months, who knows, but you can always stay up to date with my videos and my content if you're following me on Slow Morning Diaries. That's my whole other YouTube channel that I've had for a much longer time, and I also have an Instagram and TikTok account under Slow Morning Diaries. So I'm not disappearing off the internet. If you are interested in seeing all the things that I post about, I will be on Slow Morning Diaries, and I will be sharing foodie stuff on Slow Morning Diaries as well. And I do plan on posting my old recipes and new recipes onto my one blog now, because I had 2 blogs before and it was just becoming too much. Like I said, I do too much. And yeah, I'm gonna be posting on that blog, which is slowmorningdiaries.com. So I hope that all makes sense. Long story short, I'm just trying to consolidate so that I can prevent myself from having intense burnout and not being able to put my best into my videos and, you know, create the best quality that I want to create. But I really enjoyed all of the videos that I posted this year, and like I said, it's not going to be the end of me here on this channel. I may come back, I just don't know when. But yeah, that is all for this week's video. Happy holidays if you celebrate any holidays right now. Happy New Year. I hope you have some time to take a break and relax and just disconnect for as much as you can before we start off fresh in the new year.